Professional ethics is a continuous process. It is a way of reviewing behavior against constantly changing standards. In this video presentation, the students will discuss about the professional hacking ethics that will provide four contents. First is what is professional hacking. Second, the differences between professional ethical hacking to illegal hacking. Third, what is their contribution to the society? And lastly, the students will explain the 10 rules to follow by ethical hackers. So let's start.
What is professional ethical hacking? Ethical hacking, also known as penetration testing or pen testing, is legally breaking into computers and devices to test an organization's defenses. It's among the most exciting IT jobs any person can be involved in. Also, ethical hacking is an authorized practice bypassing system security to identify potential data breaches and threats in a network. You are literally getting paid to keep up with the latest technology and get to break into computers without that threat or being arrested.
There are two types of hacking. First is professional ethical hacking, or what we call white hat hacking. Second is the illegal hacking or black hat hacking. So let's proceed to the differences of these two types of hacking. Same tools are used by both white hacker and the black hat hacker. The only difference is that black hat hacker use tools to steal or destroy information, whereas white hat hackers use same tools to safeguard systems from hackers with malicious intent. Ethical hacking is legal, and hacking is done with permission from the client. These two types of hacking differentiate by their objectives. For black hat hackers, their objectives are steal or hack valuable information from another user, to steal money through transactions and accounts, to get access to free music and videos, downloading free hacking software, which is considered an illegal activities, to steal valuable information from military, navy, organization, and so on, to access restricted networking spaces. And for the white hat hackers, their objectives are to improve the security framework in a system, to develop high security programming language like Linux, developing most of the security software for organizations, checking and updating security software, and developing programs like pop-up blocker, firewall, and ad blockers. The black hat hackers has a malicious intention, and they took advantage the use of technology for their own sake, while the white hat hackers has a good intention, and they provide security for the organization from malicious intentions of the black hat hackers.
What are their contribution to the society? People who hack into a system with permission, without any intent, are known as ethical hackers, and the process is known as ethical hacking. Here are certain important points that will help you to better understand the necessity of professional ethical hackers nowadays. An ethical hacker usually tends to play the role of a security expert while hacking a computer system. Ethical hacking follows the guidelines of safe hacking for the efficient working of the system. Ethical hacking comes from corporate sectors and organizations to fight against unlawful practices of breaching system and to take precautionary actions on hackers. Ethical hacking has the privilege of gathering access to a company's network and information system. So, since the conflation of security threats have multiplied, the requirements of ethical hackers and their significance across the world is rapidly multiplying. Adopting a driven approach and outlook towards security can help organizations shield their reputation effectively. That's why professional ethical hacking has a vital role to our society in this world of computers.
The 10 Commandments of Ethical Hacking. The first commandment is you must set goals. If you have planned to evaluate the security of online system or network, you must first try to answer 3 questions. The first one is, what information does a criminal hacker see when they look at a target or network? Number 2, can the criminal hacker misuse that information? 3, is the target aware of any attempts to penetrate their system? Part of the planning process of a hack involves goal setting. The goal does not have to be overly complicated. It could be as simple as getting information from a system, or maybe searching a wireless network for unauthorized access. The first commandment is you must set goals. You can make your own goals or set your own goals. Set a goal of finding unauthorized wireless access points or the crucial point of information on the network where the intruders try to reach. Number 2, the second commandment of ethical hacking is you must plan ahead always. Every hacker is bound by certain constraints. This could be time, money, or manpower. For this reason, you must learn how to plan your work in order to avoid veering off course. Your hacking plan should include identifying the networks that you will test, determining the intervals of your test, clearly defining the testing procedure, creating a plan that you can share with stakeholders, and getting your plan approved. The second commandment is you must plan ahead always. Plan your work. You need to set a step-by-step process before you proceed or begin testing. Identify, define, and explain. Share the plan to your stakeholders. Obtain approval to them. The third commandment of ethical hacking is you must get authorization. As an ethical hacker, you must obtain the necessary authorization before you attempt to hack an organization system. Make sure that the person whose system you are hacking gives you written permission. The document should show that you have been given the approval to test the system according to pre-approved plan, and that the organization will support you in cases of any legal charges. Always obtain permission. Before you begin the hacking, take permission in writing from the management, seeking support in all aspects of the law. It means that when ethical hacking is performed within the agreed constraints, the ethical hacker will gain support from the management. The fourth commandment of ethical hacking is you must be ethical. An ethical hacker is bound by the code of professionalism, confidentiality, and conscience. Make sure that you always stick to the plan that was previously approved and avoid adding any new details to it down the road. You are not to release or share the results of your security test with unauthorized persons both within and outside the organization. Any information you discover should be treated as sensitive and not disclosed to those who don't need to know. It is also important to be aware of any local news or governance regulations within the organizations. Within the organization that relate to hacking. If the laws or regulations are against hacking, do not perform an ethical hack. So the 10 commandments of ethical hacking, the fourth is you must be ethical. Work ethically. It refers to working professionally in absolute good science. As an ethical hacker, you must behave in accordance with the approved plan. You must maintain confidentiality and adhere to the non-disclosure of information, and that includes the result. The 5th commandment of ethical hacking, you must maintain good records. Every ethical hacker worthy of that name must embody the attributes of diligence and patience. Hacking is a long and arduous task that involves plugging away over a keyboard for hours on end, not giving up until you reach your goal. Another professional aspect of ethical hacking is the maintenance of records, electronic or paper, to back up your discoveries. There are some basic rules that should be followed when it comes to record keeping. Note down every task performed. The second one is log every piece of information directly. 3. Always have a backup copy of the log. 4. Note down every task performed, including the dates. Though some tasks or tasks may go as planned, ensure that you still keep accurate records. So, maintain a record of ethical hacking. So you can ensure that you are on the right path. You must continuously record all your findings and attempts.
Rule number 6. You must protect confidential information. Respect people's privacy and treat every piece of information with confidentiality. Passwords, encryption keys, and other sensitive information must not be abused. Rule number 7. You must not cause harm. When you're getting excited for a positive response and you did not see the other part, it may cause harm. In this case, you should have a plan and then commit to sticking to it. Choose your tools wisely and read the document. Rule number 8. Your process must always be empirical. For you to have a positive test results, you need to use a scientific process. These are quantifiable goals, consistency and repeatedly, and lastly, permanence of results. Rule number 9. You must not use any random tool. You must just focus on a few tools that you know are effective and you are familiar with rather than using different kind of tools. Rule number 10. You must report all your findings. Being an ethical hacker, it's your responsibility to do your best in providing the needs of an organization and your obligation to report any problem or any succeeding test that you've done.